But first, the United States and the European Union have imposed financial sanctions on Russian and Ukrainian officials connected to the referendum in Crimea. The move is in response to Sunday's vote for the region to join Russia. The U.S. is targeting 11 people, 7 Russians and 4 Ukrainians, with travel bans and asset freezes. The EU is targeting 21 individuals. Nathan King now joins us live from the newsroom with the latest. Nathan?
That's right, Philip. Close advisors to Vladimir Putin and leaders of Crimea's separatist movement and Ukraine's deposed President Viktor Yanukovych are all targeted in this coordinated move by Western powers. And while they are the most significant financial sanctions against Russians since the end of the Cold War, they target individuals, not the overall Russian economy.
We're making it clear that there are consequences for their actions.
Announcing U.S. sanctions, the White House said they will hit close to home, and by home they mean the Kremlin. An aide and an advisor of Vladimir Putin are on the list, as are Russian parliamentarians behind Moscow's policy of incorporating Crimea into Russia. 4 Crimean separatist leaders are also on the list. The U.S. says it's ready to impose more sanctions, focusing on the 3 main areas targeted. That is Russian officials, the Russian arms sector, and so-called cronies of the Kremlin providing material support for the Russian government. Senior U.S. officials say those on the list will not be able to make transactions in dollars. They will have difficulty in accessing financial services in Europe, the Middle East and Asia, and will be barred from dealing with U.S. businesses. However, the officials say that the business assets of the individuals will not be hit. The targeted nature of the sanctions brought a sigh of relief to Moscow's stock market. The key MICEX index snapped a 4-day losing streak, moving up 3.7%, as investors believe the wider Russian economy won't be affected. The German DAX also rose.
Generally, depending on the intensity of sanctions, of course, the more intense sanction is, then, of course, the more negative the markets are going to be. So far, it does look like the market is kind of dismissing the possibility that we will see any major kind of a trade war and the real economic sanctions will be imposed. But I guess we'll have a clarity on this pretty soon.
The sanctions are also unlikely to hit the people of Crimea, who are already facing an economic crisis. Local authorities have moved to introduce the ruble as the main currency, and many ethnic Russians are hoping for higher pension payments and greater economic investment from Moscow. Meanwhile, the US says it will forge ahead and work with the International Monetary Fund to provide a package of support for the rest of Ukraine.
These sanctions, though aggressive, do not hit the Russian economy where it hurts. The oil and gas sector is not targeted. International banking practices for Russian emigres and oligarchs are as yet uninterrupted. And Europe's trade with Russia, which totals over $400 billion a year, survives intact, at least for now. The test now for the US and the West to see whether targeted sanctions against this handful of individuals really will change Russia's policy towards Crimea. Philip?
All right, Nate, thank you very much.